Hi everyone, this is OC from Digital Adventures. Got another great project for you today. What we're going to do today is we're going to clone an object. For this case, it's going to be fish. And what's going to be different about this is we're going to have it clone in a circular pattern. So let me click on full screen and show you how this works. So we're going to click on the green flag. And what you notice is that we have 40 fish that come from a starting point, the 0, 0 point, and then they clone themselves in a circular pattern, and then they go around the backdrop. So let's stop this and let's go ahead and see how this works. And so let's clear out this existing code. So what you're going to notice is that we just have an existing backdrop, and then we have a fish. And you can do any of these fish that you want here. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into events. We're going to get ourselves a when green flag clicked. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hide that right away. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a repeat loop. And for the number in the repeat loop, what you're going to want to set up is how many times or how many number of fish that you want to create. So for this one, we're going to set it at 40. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say create clone of myself. So this is going to create 40 hidden fish. The next thing that we're going to want to do is give it instructions to say, well, what happens when I start as one of those 40 fish? So when I start as clone, we're going to say we want you to show up. And then what we're going to want to do is we want these fish to spawn from the 0, 0 point. So we're going to say everyone's going to go to that 0, 0 point. And then what we're going to do, because we want to have this be a non-standard effect, is what we're going to have it do is we're going to say set size to a percent, but instead of it always being 100%, what we're going to do is we're going to do a pick random, and we're going to have this be a set size from 1 to 20%. So that's going to give us some different size fish. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a forever loop. And inside this forever loop, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a turn degree. And this turn degree is what's going to create that circular effect. So in operators, we're going to get ourselves another pick random. And for this, we're going to say that we want this to spawn in a negative 90 to 90 degrees. And so what that's going to do is that's going to create that half circle effect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into control, and we're going to get ourselves a repeat block. We're going to say that we're going to have this repeat 40. And what we're going to do is we want to make sure that as we're spawning these fish, that if they're on edge, bounce. So we're going to get ourselves an if on edge bounce. And then what we were going to want to have them do is we're going to have them move one step. And so what that's going to do is that's going to create ourselves a nice little motion for these items. And so what we're going to do is we go back to full screen, we click on the green flag, and we see that these things spawn. What we notice that they're all the same color. And so what we can do is if we don't want them to be all the same color, what we can do is we can go into looks, and we can get ourselves a set color effect. And we can put this right here. And we can have our set color effect to be pick random. And the range of color is 1 to 255. And so if we do that, what we're going to see is if we click back on the full screen and then click on the green flag, we're going to see these fish spawn in different colors. And so we can either spawn them all in the same color or different colors. So I hope you all enjoyed this project. This is a way to clone some objects, but instead of it being just a traditional clone, what we can have it do is clone in a circle and then have these fish move about. So hope you're enjoying these projects. If so, give us a like, a comment, or a subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. Thank you so much.